I give you grace for the presidential address. There is no doubt that today both the St. Thomas Apostolic Seminary and Paulistry Vidyapeetham are blessed by the great presence of the personality of Dr. G. Madhavan Nair. Now, it is my privilege to invite Padmavibhushan Dr. G. Madhavan Nair, former chairman of ISRO, to deliver the Convocation address.
Reverend Archbishop, His Grace Matthew Mulakar, Reverend Dr. Matthew Mulakar, Reverend Dr. Alex Tharangam, Reverend Dr. Nasser Kutikar, fathers, brothers and sisters, a very good morning to all of you, and my warm greetings to everyone on this occasion of acquiring their degrees and certificate from this great Vidyapeetham, the Paulistry Vidyapeetham. In fact, it's my proud privilege to address such a learned gathering and to be the guest just for the function. This is a red letter day in your life. It's really a turning point. You have acquired a lot of basic knowledge and skills while you are in the seminary, and you are certified as qualified to undertake your profession in a great way. So on this occasion, I can pray God that you will be blessed with all success in your service life and render human service to the society. My heartiest congratulations to you on this day, and my sincere thanks to the faculty for enabling this young generation to take up the challenges of the world, and above all, their parents for enabling them to undertake such a great course. Kerala is very well known for its religious tolerance and coexistence, and perhaps it is one of the states in which all three major groups, the Hindus, Muslims and Christians, they are almost in equal proportion and they live like brethren. In fact, the message is very clear. Whatever be the religion or the beliefs what you hold, finally the well-being and friendship among the human being is most important, and any religion or religious practices should lead to that. But in fact, I was really privileged to visit a large number of institutions run by the Christian missionaries, and my compliments to the entire setup of missionary service here and in other parts of the globe as well for the human service what they are doing for education, taking education to the grassroots and enabling the people. In fact, 2 days back I was in a convent initiated high school, girls high school in Palakkad. Then later yesterday I was in UC College, again in the seminary, the floor seminary, addressing the conference on theology, and then later today I am here. It will be followed with another 2 institutes, which is again under the leadership of the Christian missionaries. So I don't know whether I am becoming part of the setup. Well, I am really happy. Wherever I go, I can see one single element. The culture and the discipline, what you are showing is very, very unique, and that goes a long way in shaping up of the future of the humankind. If you look back in the history, we know that right from the beginning of the humankind, he had this inquisitiveness as to know how and why of the universe. In fact, I was really impressed by the quote from the Holy Book during the prayer time. There is mentioned that there is a God and there is a Word. God is a Word and Word is a God. what a statement. I think this is there in the Hindu books. And any scriptures if you take, this type of concept existed. So you see, you try to search the mysteries of the universe, mysteries of the nature, the laws of the nature, how one way of existence. All this thought process comes through the philosophical thinkings. But at the end, you are stuck. How it is made, who made it, what is the motivation for him to make this. So all these questions are open, and I don't think anybody has found an answer up to now. So this is the kind of thinking which really motivates the philosophers. In the early days, whether it is in the Hindu culture which existed in our country, or the Greek culture which is there in Southern Europe, or in the Persian region, which ultimately evolved as a Muslim culture, a whole lot of civilization, there was a respect for the study of the nature, the individual, and the natural phenomena. Of course, after some time, one group went into a deep pursuit of looking inward, and then try to find answers by profound thinking, and then try to practice it, and that way they become philosophers, priests, and then later religious groups and so on. Whereas the scientific pursuit which was being attempted right from the beginning, looking at the natural phenomena, then trying to find a physical correlation between various events which are taking place, and that led to growth of science. And we don't have to be apologetic about the growth of science. It is whatever we enjoy today in a good quality of life is entirely due to the human mind and its exploration about scientific principles, the fundamentals associated with the nature, and at least some part of it being exploited for providing the devices and utensils which will simplify the burden of the human beings, thus enabling him to find more leisure time, and that leisure time being used again for new inventions and so on. So the both sides, one on the side looking inward, trying to find out why of the human being and why we behave like that, and what is the human mind, and then why the power of the mind and how it can be exploited. That is the religious practices. On the other side, the scientific pursuit. So both these are very much essential for today's world. Especially you know that as there are by simple principle of creation itself, all are not created equal. There are different kinds of attitude, different kinds of mental strength, physical strength, and their visions also differ. In such a context, to find a peaceful coexistence is absolutely essential to find a balance, and that is where the philosophical thinking becomes important. And I can see that 4 years of intense course, what you derived here, it is going to be the foundation for your practices. And I'm sure you are not worrying about yourself, but you are worrying about your brothers and sisters who are really needing some sort of a service. Always the mind gets perturbed for various reasons, and under perturbed conditions, one's behavior can be totally unpredictable. Under such circumstances, it can lead to violence, and it has happened in the history for so many centuries. But with the modern era, that behavior is not acceptable, and that is where the religions come important. And you will be the torchbearers of religious practice in Christianity. You have got a great responsibility. You should be able to impart your knowledge and your wisdom to the less privileged people around you and enable them to face the challenges of the world. In fact, I am extremely happy that at least some people are taking this as a serious profession and pursuing it. But as mentioned in Tirupura, what you have learned now up to now, it is only a fistful, and what you have yet to learn, it is almost as big as the world. So you can see the type of difference. If you want to bridge this difference, you have to pursue your knowledge acquisition continuously, and you have to have the learning process as a continuing education, and ultimately you become the perfect masters of knowledge and its dissemination to the society. On this occasion, I don't want to say my words. I can only say that you are entrusted with a very major responsibility, and I'm sure with your conviction, your commitment and God's will, you will excel in your field. Thank you.